So, the Pokemon Drama Situation is crazy, huh?
Supine protoplasmic invertebrate jellies.
Yes, hello there person watching this video, my name's the Beak, and look, I've been a massive Pokemon fan for like ever, as long as I can remember. Look at my brand new Labubu. I've played most of the games. I've watched most of the movies. I used to collect the cards before scalpers stole all of them. I am a certified Pokemon Platinum Glazer. I even started up my yearly Platinum Randomizer again the other day. A Piloswine, or a Tauros, or a Turtwig. Huh? Why does the Piloswine know Dragon Pulse? Oh, and of course, I've also bared witness to the chaos that has been Pokémon Legends ZA over the past couple of weeks, bro. Oh my god, I can't escape videos about this topic. Like, all the talk about this game, it's shit. No, it's not. Fuck you. Leave the multi-billion-dollar company alone. It's been like this black hole, man. And you know what? Speaking all of this Legends ZA talk, the other night while I was rotting in my bed at 3 in the morning, it got me thinking, pondering, reminiscing a little bit even. Since I've been in the world of Pokemon ever since I was like a little amoeba, I've seen my fair share of Pokemon related controversies firsthand. I've been on the front lines of lots of this shit. So how about you and me? How about we link the mainframe, hop in the teleporter, and travel around the history of Pokemon scandals together? Because bro, let me tell you, there is a lot here, like a lot. Like what? The Pokemon community being angry at something, and Nintendo being a shit company, but what? Oh, no ways. That's like proper burger found in McDonald's type shit. Hey, welcome to Lumino City McDonald's. How could I help you? What the fuck is that thing standing behind you? I want to talk to your manager. Okay, look, fine. Since it's the most recent thing at the time of me making this video, and since we've all been spaghettified, let's rip the bandage off and address the elephant in the room. Hello. Pokemon Legends ZA. Now, Pokemon Legends ZA. What can I say that hasn't already been said by 20 billion other people holding pitchforks in 20 billion other YouTube videos with fucking AI-generated Ash Ketchum in the thumbnail. Flat walls are bad. Just got to Lumino City. Wow, what the fuck is this? It's way too expensive to play Legends ZA properly. Besides spending a big 70 bones on the game by itself, you have to buy a Switch too and pay for the online services. Now, I don't know about you, but me, I don't got motion like that. You wouldn't pirate a Nintendo game. Since this year's round of gimmick slop is Mega Evolution, Nintendo, where's Mega Flygon and Mega Haxorus and Mega Luxray? When is my goat Ace-Q gonna get a Mega Evolution? And speaking of Mega Evolutions, some of the new designs are a bit... Not you though, Mega Starmie, my beloved. But yeah, Pokemon Legends ZA, it's yet another example of a modern Pokemon game being A, quite controversial, and B, in the opinions of many, not very good. Maybe even a little bit shit. What was the budget for this game again, by the way? $13 million? Wow. Wow, what a hefty, sizable amount of money for the biggest franchise in the world. What? Nintendo love to spit in the mouths of their players? And like, why should we yap on and on and on and on and on and harp and waffle about all that Legends ZA stuff when we can talk about Satanism?
It's not new, but it's new to kids. And they're eating it up, and it's called Pokemon.
He's the devil.
Yeah, Pokemon and Satanism, the little creatures being demonic. It's a tale as old as time, isn't it? Bro, let me tell you, now, growing up in the 2000s, I didn't see a lot of it. Like me, as the little Pokemon fan I was, it was never like I was walking down the road going home, a Nintendo DS in my little child hands, with people on every street corner screaming at me, "You're being bewitched!" by Satan! But there was always rumblings of it. I do think it was a bit more of an American thing. Source, I made it the fuck up. But it is true that over the years, there has been quite a bit of satanic panic surrounding Pokemon. Guys, look! I'm holding a copy of the fucking Necronomicon. Do you want your children to emulate the cross-dressing nymphomaniacs of the Pokemon? Holy fuck! Now, I've never been able to find like the true starting date of the Pokemon Satanism situation, which is crazy and insane. Like, it's a wildly debated topic. Like, it's not like in history there was a day where it's like, on this day, the 20th of September 2000, Pokemon have been declared as agents of the devil. Like, that never happened. But here's my game theory. I think this Pokemon is satanic stuff really started to pick up in the years following the American release of Red and Blue. So in 1998, and then it just kept on festering and snowballing all the way until about 2010, 2011. Why people thought Pokemon were demonic in the first place, like why they thought they were agents of the devil, they're boomers. Hey, join the club, Pokemon. What? Oh, what? Here's a new popular thing with the kids? The children? It must be the work of the devil. Though maybe there is some truth in what they're saying. This thing is clearly the work of demonic forces. But now you may be thinking in your brain, like, surely all this talk about the devil and Satanism, like, surely this is as strange, as peculiar, as weird as Pokemon drama gets, right? Well, you'd be wrong, because sure, while we've spoken about Satan, it's time to talk about Satan's right-hand man. Oh boy. Nazis. Now, okay, look, it's time for Reggie talk. So, if you don't know Ball, this is the OG Reggie trio, and their dad, Reggie Steel, Regice, Regirock, and the Pokemon with the worst ability known to man, Regigigas. And besides this trio having the hardest unlock quest in any game ever, time to learn Braille, moron! If you manage to battle and have a Registeel on your team in Diamond and Pearl, you would notice that it would do a very specific pose. Never ask a woman her age, a man his salary, and where Registeel was in 1933 to 1945. If you catch my drift. But Registeel isn't the only Pokemon to have a dodgy sprite. Now, God, no. Now, you know Jinx? All the way back in Gen 1, Jinx had a really fucking bad sprite. Now, I'm not gonna put it on screen because I like having my YouTube channel, but if you know, you know. Now, of course, in future Pokemon games, these sprites got changed. And in the Big 25, we don't even have to worry about 2D sprites anymore because we live in a world where this now looks like this. Man, something I find insane, right, is like, how is this not caught by anybody, you know? Like, how did nobody think, like, sure, okay, like, Registeel is quite a cool Pokemon, but it's probably not the best idea to have him cosplay Elon Musk. Like, it beats me, man. Also, since we're talking about old models, there was a little bit of drama surrounding lots of the old models having 4 fingers on their hands. Now, why this is a problem, you may be thinking? It's because over in Place Japan, having 4 fingers on your hand is associated with the Yakuza. Something, Tiger Drop negates all damage. Man, on a reel for a second now, thinking back on all these older Pokemon games, besides them being absolute peak, there is one thing I wish was brought back into the modern games. Now, I know, okay, at the time, these things were also a little bit controversial and there was a bit of drama, but like, the people complaining about this stuff are, they're woke. They're woke beta cucks. Now, Nintendo, Game Freak, whoever's listening, bring back the gambling minigames. Bring back the casino. Please, bring back the casino. I yearn to gamble, and the children do too. Like, 90% of gamblers quit before they pirate Nintendo games. Be the 10%. Though, now, person watching this video, look, if I'm making a video about Pokemon scandals, controversies, buzzword, I think we need to fast forward in time a little bit, all the way to 2016. 2016. Yes, 2016. Very, very different place. I was 15 years old. The Unalive Squad movie was released. Not that one. This one.
What, we some kind of
Unalive
squad?
He said it! He said it! And the world as we know it was about to change forever. 2016 was the year where Pokémon Go released. Now, I love Pokémon Go. A couple of months ago, I decided to re-download it for the first time in like fucking ages and play it in the big New York City, the Big Apple. It was an amazing experience. The pigeon. But also, since Pokémon Go got so huge, of course, the illusion of happening no longer remained an illusion. Now, right out the gate, if we're talking Pokémon Go drama, I love when features in games get changed, making them worse. Basically, all the way back during COVID, obviously, we couldn't go outside, which was a problem for Pokémon Go because it's a game built around touching grass. So what did Niantic do, the creators of Pokémon Go? They introduced the remote raid pass, letting all of us Pokémon Go players, letting us join raids anywhere around the world from the comfort of our own homes. Like, I joined so many raids at my desk, bro. I've got such fond memories of Shiny hunting a Giratina, the best Shiny. But what happened after COVID went away, you know? Like, what did Niantic do? Well, they made the remote passes more expensive. They introduced a 5-day remote raid limit. They just like ruined the whole thing. Like, what the fuck? This sucks. In all fairness, apparently Niantic has tweaked some of the changes to make it more like it was back in COVID, which is a step in the right direction. And rock, can I get a true? But man, people were pissed, me included. It's a big reason why I put down Pokemon Go for so damn long. Though I'll always remember, and to sound like a proper video essay YouTuber here, cherish how massive Pokemon Go was in 2016. Bro, it was huge. It was everywhere. Like, I loved it, and I still do. I've got such fond memories of that game. Oh, let me tell you, because it was so huge, lots of just wild shit happened. You had Pokemon showing up in certain locations, like the 9/11 memorial on train tracks. People played the game while driving. I have a personal story about this. One day my mom was driving me to school and a Rhyhorn spawned. I shit you not, I launched myself out of the car to catch it. Jesus Christ, me. Oh, and speaking of Jesus Christ, fucking hell, that's the transition. While researching stuff for this video, I came across an article talking about how a 21-year-old Russian blogger called Sokolovsky, I'm butchering that name, I'm sorry, mate. He was given a 3.5-year suspended sentence for playing Pokemon Go in a church. But not just any church. Nah, it was a church said to be built on the spot where Tsar Nicholas II and his family, his whole family, were game-ended in 1918. What the fuck? This is one of the most insane things I think I've ever read in my entire life. What the fuck?
Что вас ждет?
А ты знаешь, кражи со взломом, воровство и тому подобное.
Крутой чувак, а как насчет тебя?
Я играл в Pokémon Go на могиле царя Николая II.
But hey, Sokolovsky, if you're watching this video in your prison cell, hello. You could always pass the time by watching episodes of the Pokemon anime. Well, at least the ones that weren't booted off a TV. Oh, come on, person watching this video. If we're going to talk about banned Pokemon anime episodes, then we need to talk about the Pokemon Gun episode. Episode 35, The Legend of Dratini. I don't think it's a hot take at all to say that this episode of banned TV, it's become one of the most well-known banned episodes out of like any banned thing. Like, I don't think nukes are gonna start raining from the sky. God no. If you don't know what happens though, TLDR, this episode frequently features guns. Yeah, yes, guns in Pokemon. Guys, there's only one way to take down Cynthia's Garchomp now. And here's a fun trivia fact for you. This episode and the banning of it created a massive continuity error plot hole in the English Pokemon dub. Because in between having his life flash before his eyes, Ash goes to the Safari Zone to catch his 30 million Taurai. Since this episode is banned in the English dub, you don't see that happening. You don't see Ash catching his 30 million Tauroses. You don't even see the Safari Zone. And speaking of banned Pokemon episodes, there are quite a few more. Lots of them having to do with Jinx. Because of course they do. Episodes called Holiday Hijinks, Stage Fight, The Mandarin Island Mismatch, and episode 250 called The Ice Cave, they all got wiped from our plane of existence. Thing is though, look, okay, if we're talking banned Pokemon anime episodes, then there is one that I don't have the words to describe, like, how was this made? I'm talking Beauty and the Beach. Fuck it, this, bro, how was this made? Like, I don't think I can show it on screen again because I like having my YouTube channel. Bro, this is fucking insane. But person watching this video, okay, look, I can hear you shouting at me through the screen. Just don't worry. Remember that elephant from earlier? I don't know how this happened, but it's done mitosis. So let's address the second one, the new one. Again, if we're talking banned Pokemon anime episodes, then there is one that needs no long-winded, long waffle introduction whatsoever. Electric Soldier Porygon. You see, all the way back in December 1997, just like countless days before it, lots of Japanese children moved at Mach 2 million, hurled themselves down in front of their TVs, and turned on today's episode of Pokemon, called Electric Soldier Porygon. Oh, wow, yippee, Pokemon! Over 600 of them ended up in the hospital. Holy shit! Now, why and how all these children ended up in the hospital? It was all thanks to the sheer amount of red and blue flashing in this episode, inducing symptoms of epilepsy, like vomiting, seizures, headaches, all that type of stuff. Like, really fun stuff all around. The Electric Soldier Porygon incident was so severe that it even got its own place in the 2004 Guinness World Record book and the 2008 Gamer edition of the Guinness World Record book. Electric Soldier Porygon holds the record for, and I promise I'm not making this up, this is real, the most photosensitive epileptic seizures caused by a television show record. Imagine being Nintendo back then, man. Oh my god, like, oh fuck, oh, we put 600 kids in the hospital, but oh yes, we got in the Guinness World Record books, we're in the gamer books. Fucking, oh my god, man. I like to imagine this episode acts as a sleeper agent activation code in these 600 people now. Like, don't go back in time and show these kids a modern YouTube show either, by the way. 600 kids in hospital? Nah, fucking rookie numbers, bro. YouTube shorts will get that shit to at least 1,200. Which, another fun fact for you, if you take 1,200 and divide it by 3, you get almost the amount of Pokemon that were removed in Dexit. Now, two things. Firstly, I find the name Dexit really fucking hilarious, and I'll get into why in a little bit. And secondly, I was on the front lines of this shit. But what was Dexit, if you aren't a veteran like me? Well, back in 2019, when Sword and Shield were the brand new Pokemon games that take place over here, there was a lot of controversy surrounding a specific feature these games introduced. Now, I'm not talking the graphics, I'm not talking that year's round of gimmick slop, which wasn't Mega Evolution, by the way, the best gimmick. It was Dynamaxing / Gigantamaxing, grass grows, birds fly, sun shines, and brother Charizard gets a new form. No, it was all about the removal of the national Pokédex, something that had become a staple of the franchise at that point. It's the thing that lets all of us Poké-cells use Pokemon from previous generations. It was so Poké over. The national Dex had fallen. But then it wasn't. Good news, person watching this video. You want to get your filthy, grubby hands on some of those removed Pokemon? All you have to do is give us more money. Buy the DLC. Yes. Yippee! I love when companies remove content only to sell it back to us. Yeah, this was a shit show, bro. You went into the replies of like any social media post about Pokemon back then. All you would see was a tsunami wave of hashtag bring back national Dex. But now you may be thinking, okay, but like, why the name Dexit? Cause at the same time, Brexit was happening. Brexit? Dexit. Oh my fucking god, man. On a real person watching this video, out of every single Pokemon related controversy, old and new, ones that we've spoken about in this video and ones that we haven't, I think Dexit is probably the biggest. Like, you can still feel the ripples of it to this day. But what do you think, person watching this video? Like, do you think the Pokemon Drama Situation is wild and crazy and all that type of stuff? Do you think Pokemon are agents of Satan? Is Mega Starmie's design peak? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, thanks for watching. Goodbye!
Subscribe to the Beak.